Good evening. This is Santa Claus on April 9, 2026, bringing you today's stories from around our troubled but hopeful world. The situation between Israel and Iran remains delicate, my dear friends. A fragile ceasefire that began Tuesday night is under strain as Israel continues its bombardment of Beirut, while Iran maintains its grip on the crucial Strait of Hormuz. Both nations and the United States have declared victory, but the path to lasting peace requires more than declarations. It requires the genuine spirit of goodwill and compromise. Talks are scheduled for Saturday, and I pray that hearts will open to find common ground. Meanwhile, in the digital realm, our friends in the United Kingdom have revealed something concerning. British forces were deployed to track and deter Russian submarines that spent over a month in waters near critical undersea cables. These cables carry the messages that connect our global family, and Defense Minister Healey has openly warned President Putin that any attempt to damage this infrastructure will have serious consequences. From the Baltic to the Pacific, nations are scrambling to protect these vital communication links, reminding us how interconnected our modern world has become. Now, turning our gaze to our American friends, where President Trump's administration is considering measures against NATO countries deemed unhelpful during the Iran war. The proposal would move U.S. troops from certain NATO nations to those more supportive of America's actions. Such divisions among allies sadden my heart, for it is in unity and mutual support that true security is found. NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte traveled to Washington for what was surely a challenging conversation. In other concerning developments, the United States has expanded its travel warning for Nigeria, permitting non-emergency embassy staff and their families to leave Abuja due to worsening security conditions. My heart aches for the Nigerian people facing these challenges. 23 of Nigeria's 36 states are now under the Do Not Travel category, highlighting threats from insurgents, criminal gangs, and ongoing violence across the country. In the Sahel region, a troubling development as the rivalry between al-Qaeda-linked Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal-Muslimin and Islamic State in the Sahel province has spilled into Niger for the first time. Previously confined to Mali and Burkina Faso, this conflict has already claimed over 2,100 lives. Let us pray for the innocent people caught in this terrible struggle. On a different note, India has begun its first fully digital census since April 1st, employing over 3 million enumerators to gather detailed information on housing conditions, access to amenities, and later demographic data. Most notably, this census will include a comprehensive enumeration of castes across all communities, the first such exercise since 1931. While this may help inform governance, some citizens express concerns about potential hidden agenda. In Israel, Prime Minister Netanyahu's corruption trial is set to resume on Sunday after being postponed during the state of emergency. The trial, which began in 2020, charges him with bribery, fraud, and breach of trust, charges he denies. As with all matters of justice, we must pray that truth and fairness prevail. Across the ocean in Argentina, Congress has approved legislation easing protections for glacial formations, a win for President Milei and mining companies with large projects pending. While this may bring economic benefits, I worry for God's beautiful creation, the glaciers that provide essential water and reflect His wondrous handiwork. We must always remember our sacred duty to care for the earth and all its inhabitants. In Russia, citizens are increasingly expressing frustration over internet restrictions that have disrupted daily life and hurt businesses. Several dozen brave souls lined up outside a presidential administration building in Moscow to lodge complaints about the intensifying crackdown that has seen internet shutdowns and blocked websites. Even in difficult times, the human spirit yearns for connection and the free exchange of ideas. On this day in history, we recall that in 1784, King George III of Great Britain ratified the Treaty of Paris, officially ending the American Revolutionary War. The treaty, already ratified by the United States Congress on January 14 of that year, marked the beginning of a relationship that would evolve from conflict to one of the world's most enduring alliances. This reminds us that even the deepest divisions can heal with time and goodwill. As I look upon our world this evening, I see both struggle and hope. Though waters may be troubled and tensions high, I believe in the capacity of all God's children to choose peace, kindness, and generosity. Remember, my friends, that each of us has the power to spread a little Christmas spirit every day, to look beyond our differences and see the humanity we share. Until tomorrow, this is Santa Claus, wishing you peace, joy, and goodwill to all.